Our dear viewers, welcome once again to Mother Kevin channel. My name is Sister Dorothy Achen. I belong to the congregation of the Little Sisters of St. Francis. I work at the office of the beatification cause of Mother Kevin. Today, we are going to look into her transformation from the secular life or from the secular world into religious life. The vocation story of Mother Kevin is very interesting. It naturally flows from ordinary life of engagement to a banker to embracing religious life. When Mother Kevin was 18 years old, she, like any other girl, got a gentleman and she seriously considered him for marriage. This man was a bank clerk and she seemed very happy with him. Mother Kevin's family was also happy with this progress in this little girl's life, and they expected her to come and break the news of engagement soon. However, after some time, the girl Teresa took them by surprise when she called off the engagement. This courtship came to an end. She avoided any sort of questions concerning this. She kept quiet and she never wanted anything to do with that. Later on in life, she shares with them and tells them what happened as to why she called this engagement off. And it was nothing other than a dream. In her dream, she was called to some people who were in dire need, and her way to these people was through unknown, terrifying type of country where there was misery and danger. And in her dream, there was this very important person who was of dark skin, and this person kept on telling her, "You are going to help my people. Your work is to help my people." So, in this dream, it took place 3 consecutive nights. The first night, the second night, the third night, the same dream. And to little Teresa, this dream was very vivid, was very clear, and it brought some kind of fascinating interest in her mind. This dream made a very big impression in the mind of Teresa. She visited one of the churches in Dublin. She took this dream into prayer to seek the wisdom of God. While in the church in Dublin, she prayed, and shortly after praying, she got that conviction that she should put this engagement on hold. And so she did it. She became convinced during her prayer that she must not enter into any engagement, that God had other plans for her, which was nothing other than sacrifice of human love. She went to visit a priest and shared her problems with him. He in turn advised her to seek God's will through prayer in regards to her future life. This is how she put the engagement on hold. Her vocation came through conviction, literal following of God's will, and not through any sensible attraction. There was no feelings of excitement. There were no sentimental feelings of devotion. It was purely faith for what she felt God was calling her to. So it was purely faith and not just mere excitement. After turning the proposal for engagement, Teresa now moved to Essex in England and took up a teaching post at the Sisters of Charity convent. Yes, you see, Mother Kevin interacted with more than one congregation in her growing up. She interacted with various sisters, and this is one of the communities where she entered to teach the Sisters of Charity. It was there that she started thinking about religious life when she was with the Sisters of Charity. But we see that during her visit to Ireland, she met this Franciscan friar again, whom she had once shared with about her dream. He shared with her about the Franciscan missionary life in England, about the sisters' way of life. She decided to apply to the Franciscan convent, St. Mary's Abbey, Mill Hill, London, requesting for admission into religious life. As a volunteer for the congregation's mission to the American Negroes. Remember, in her dream, she was called to serve among the dark-skinned people. And now here, after meeting this Franciscan friar, who shares with her about something of the Franciscan way of life the sisters are doing, so she feels attracted to serve among the American Negroes. So she writes her application to join the Franciscan sisters. She is accepted. She eventually embraced religious life, and after some time, she is among the chosen few to come to Uganda as missionaries on the invitation by the Mill Hill Fathers who had already arrived in Uganda. Indeed, her dream of helping my dark-skinned people became a reality for her. So let us look at Teresa's life as a religious sister. At the age of 18 years, Teresa Kearney entered the Institute of the Franciscan Sisters of the Five Wounds at St. Mary's Abbey in England. Here, she began her formation into religious life, and while there, she showed extraordinary zeal and love for missionary life. This institute she entered aimed at uniting contemplative life and active apostolate of charity. Only a few sisters were out to do pastoral work, and many of them stayed indoors to do home tasks. In 1897, Teresa received the holy habit of St. Francis, and with it, their name Kevin. After 1 year, in 1898, the novice Kevin made her profession and became known as Sister Mary Kevin of the Sacred Passion. She was appointed to care for the sick sisters in the infirmary and the mother house. This meant that she never went out to work like the sisters were chosen to go out. So her apostolate, her mission was within the mother house, taking care of the sick sisters. Sister Mary Kevin kept on volunteering to go out to work among the Black Americans, but she was never chosen. However, she believed that her dream would one day come true. As she said, God will not disappoint my hopes. My turn will come one day. The Mill Hill Fathers, who had earlier on arrived in Uganda by 1895, became overwhelmed with mission work. They needed an extra hand and support, and the most suiting were none other than the Franciscan Sisters of the Five Wounds at St. Mary's Abbey, England, a congregation Mother Kevin belonged to. Hence, their invitation to Uganda.